why bother making my bed when I've got this little doggo right here who just gets in it and ruins it, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't make my bed. It's not only my bed, it's my dog's bed too, and he sleeps on it all the live long day. I'm planning to get back on the reading grind this weekend, and I thought, what better way to do it than with a reading vlog? And this reading vlog is being sponsored by HarperCollins and Simon Teen. Shout out to them. I've had a really hard time focusing on reading lately, and it's not to say that I haven't been reading, because I have been reading. I just recently read Chain of Gold, and I reread Shadow of the Fox. I have been reading, it's just not been my main focus, and I feel like also it's just not been my escape method. I wish I could say it's been, but no, it's been Animal Crossing. That's how I've been escaping recently from this reality that we're living in currently. Animal Crossing has been where it's at. Waking Blathers up from his naps, turning in fossils, and trying to pay off my debt to Tom Crook. But I think I'm at the point now where I actually am feeling like reading again. I do not want to face another reading slump this year. Like, I am not willing to let that happen. It had me happy to wake up this morning feeling like reading, especially because I've just been feeling really up and down lately. Like, it has felt like a roller coaster. I'm sure that a lot of you guys can relate, but every day I wake up with just such a different tone, and I hate that it's like that right now, but I'm trying to cling on to that quote that is, "This too shall pass," and I truly believe that this too shall pass. I wish I could wake up every day and just feel super optimistic, but that's just not been the case lately. I'm not going to talk about the virus much in this vlog, because part of me vlogging is actually trying to get me to keep my mind off of it, and I'm gonna try to take a break from social media this weekend, because I feel like that is definitely not helping my mental state right now. So I'm gonna focus my efforts on reading, Animal Crossing, and this vlog. Priorities, man. This weekend, I'm going to be reading The June Boys by Kourt Stevens, and this is actually the Booksplosion book of the month for the month of April. This is a mystery thriller type story about this guy who kidnaps boys every June and keeps them for a year and then releases them back into the world unharmed. But all that changes when one of them ends up dead. We follow our main character Thea, whose cousin has been snatched up, and she's doing everything she can to find him and also get to the bottom of who's behind all of these mysterious kidnappings. I don't know if a dark book like this is the best to be reading right now, but I'm gonna have to read it this month anyway, so why not get it out of the way. It's a pretty short book too. It's only 345 pages, so I should be able to finish this book this weekend. So today my plans are to read a bit of this book. I'm probably gonna read like around 75 pages. I'm also today gonna start the process of filming my bookshelf tour, and I'm definitely gonna play some Animal Crossing because I can't not. I am addicted. So I'm gonna get started on this book. Let's do it. You're gonna have to make some room for me on the bed, bub, because I'm gonna be reading there. He's dead asleep. He doesn't care what I have to say. I'm not super far in yet. I'm 58 pages into it, but so far, so good. Something that's been a standout for me with this book is the quality of writing. It has this very nostalgic tone to me. Just the descriptions of living this very young life in the Midwest. That aspect of the book is very nostalgic to me because your boy was young once and he grew up in the Midwest. It's bringing me back to my high school days big time. I am very confused with the mystery so far, but like that's to be expected. It's a mystery thriller. Come on, you're gonna be confused. I feel like it is doing that thing where it's trying to paint one character as the one behind it all, but I'm not buying into that trap. I think it's gonna be one of those situations where it's like the least expected character is gonna be behind it all. I'm hoping to read a bit more tonight, but right now I'm going to Taco Bell because I have been craving a Crunchwrap Supreme. Like, my stomach has been like, yo boy, feed me a Crunchwrap Supreme. So I'm gonna go get one and feed my belly. I will regret it after because I always regret eating fast food. I always feel terrible after eating fast food, but like, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes you just gotta treat yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. My friend has been talking to me about her Taco Bell cravings recently, and I think that that's why I'm even craving it, so I'm blaming her. She's the influencer in this situation. She's a Taco Bell influencer. Anyway, let's go. I'm not sure why I brought this book with me, because it's not like I'm gonna be reading and driving, because that is dangerous. Not about that. Don't do that. Anyway, let's go.
When it seems like you have lost control, and you feel like you're alone, when you lost something worth fighting for, do you take it as a low? All I need is another chance to get back up and make amends. Gotta let me try. All I need is another chance. This time will be different. Gotta let me try. Leave the skyline, heading back to old times. Light the pipe up to feel like I'm doing fine. Chase the space with whatever I'm chasing. Anything to leave my head where the mistakes feel like a lesson, and my mind is clear.
Did I set up this backdrop just for this shot? You betcha. Will I have to put all these books right back on my bookshelf right after I film this because I'm not done filming my bookshelf tour yet? Indeed. I actually only ended up filming one shelf of my bookshelf tour last night because my battery died. Love that for me. So the bookshelf tour hasn't made much progress yet, but it's a start of a long journey. I read to page 77 last night in the June Boys, which isn't much progress, but progress is progress, right? Especially when I've been reading slower than Satan. That didn't make any sense. Is Satan slow? Probably not. I'm really enjoying this book, but I also feel like I have no clue what be going on. And I feel like I should be clued on as to what be going on, but like, I have no idea who's behind the kidnappings in this book. Like, I cannot connect the dots. It's just not happening. I can't seem to find my detective hat. Must have got lost in the laundry with all my missing socks. There is an aspect in this book that I wanted to talk about though that I haven't talked about yet, and that's these letters that are in here. They're called in here the Elizabeth letters, and they're letters from the boy that went missing, Thea's cousin, whose name I'm not sure how to pronounce, surprise, surprise, but it's A-U-L-U-S. So, Aulus? Maybe? Potentially? That could be how you pronounce it? I don't know. But we get his perspective through these letters and we see what's going on with the June Boys. And I feel like it's really helping kind of shape out the story. I feel like without it, the story itself would have been a little bit lackluster. It's helping the flow of the story and it's also helping the intrigue. Like, it keeps you intrigued, invested. You wanna know what's gonna happen. I'm planning to get quite a bit deeper into this today, so I will share more of my thoughts with you later on. I have some book mail to share with you guys. First up here I have We Are the Wildcats by SIOBHAN VIVIAN, an author that I've yet to read a book from, so here's my opportunity. This is the Booksplosion book of the month for the month of May, and it's again another mystery thriller. That genre be popping off in the YA world right now. This is a book that has one of those 24-hour time formats, which I'm always really fascinated by, where the story takes place in 24 hours. Other books with that format are They Both Die at the End, and The Sun Is Also a Star. This would actually be a really interesting pick for a 24-hour readathon. Maybe I should do another one soon, or maybe not, because the last one was exhausting. This book follows a varsity field hockey squad, which is the Wildcats. These girls right here are the Wildcats. They're wild, and they're cats, except they're not cats, but I think that they might be wild. They end up having this team sleepover, and when the clock strikes midnight, their initiation ceremony begins. And it gets a little bit out of control. They're faced with this challenge of how far they're willing to go for their team, as they do shady things throughout the night. Things that could come with huge consequences. My interest has been piqued.
I'm excited to read about them.
But if I were in their shoes, I'd be like, nope, I'm off the team, see you later. I'm really curious to see how far some of them are actually willing to go for their team, and also seeing if they're all game for it, or if some of them end up facing doubts before participating. I believe we get each of the girls' perspectives throughout the book, so we see the situation through several different eyes, which I think will be really nice. Really get in their heads, see what's running through their minds as everything unfolds. And I'm also very curious to see what pushes this book into like the mystery thriller category. I feel like it might have something to do with the coach, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet, so I'll have to wait and see. Again, this is our Booksplosion book of the month for the month of May. If you want to pick it up and join us, I'd love that. I'll leave more information on all of that down below in the description. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you want me to do another 24-hour readathon featuring this book, because I'll do it if you want it. Then I got this book, Dragon Hoops by Jean Luen Yang, which I love this cover. Both the aesthetic, the fact that it looks like a basketball, and it also freaking feels like a basketball. Like, what the heck? That texture though. This is an author that I haven't read yet, and yet I have several of his graphic novels sitting on my bookshelf. I need to go sit in timeout. This is uncalled for, inappropriate. I should be ashamed of myself. I am ashamed of myself. But I picked this up because one, I wanted to read it, but two, I felt bad because this author's book tour got canceled and I wanted to support him, so bada bing bada boom, I bought the graphic novel. He actually did this really fun digital Instagram comic book tour, which I loved. I'll leave a link down below to his Instagram so you can check that out because it was super innovative. Way to take a sucky situation and be creative with it. This graphic novel is about this teacher who has no interest in sports. That is until he begins to learn more about the students involved in the basketball team. He's completely swept up into the world of basketball and it changes his life and also the basketball team's life as well. I'm looking forward to giving this one a dribble. I've got a list of things that I want to do today. My main goal today is to get deeper into the June Boys, but I also want to take an Instagram, aka a Bookstagram. I need to update my Insta story with books that I've read this year because at the beginning of this year, I created a highlight on my main Instagram page where I share all the books that I've read throughout the year, and I got behind on it, like severely behind on it, like a couple months behind, so I want to update that. I have some tidying that I want to do today, and I'm 100% playing Animal Crossing today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, because I gotta make my island top notch. Let's get it.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself. And I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms. You sing la 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 la. My God, I think I might be in love. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. You'll never feel alone as long as you're with me. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth I would rather be.
Ooh, it's time for a super late update. It's currently 2:30 in the morning, and I forgot that I was gonna update you guys on my reading and where I'm at and whatnot before I went to bed, but I have gotten to page 253, so I only have like 100 pages left in this book, so I should be able to bang this book out tomorrow. But my thoughts so far on what's been happening in the book. So there's this really complicated like father-daughter relationship present in this book that I'm really liking. I feel like that's adding like a lot of really interesting elements to the story and just kind of like adding in an extra layer of complication to things, which I'm really enjoying. There's just kind of like interesting eeriness that's kind of entered into the story, which I'm really liking. I just like, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, and I think that that's like really making me feel kind of uneasy and uncomfortable and unsure as to what's gonna happen. I'm really curious to find out how things develop in the last 100 pages because I'm not sure where things are going. Like, I'm a little bit like, where is this trip of a book taking us? I am quite intrigued. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, but I have plans to finish this book tomorrow, so I will share with you my thoughts tomorrow. Okay, good night. I ended up finishing the June Boys this morning after I went to online church and after I played a bit of Animal Crossing because, you know, priorities. But after those two things, I finished up this book and I read like there was no tomorrow. Like something just happened, something clicked in me, and I just plowed through the book. I could not help it either. Like, I just needed to know what was going on. I needed to get to the bottom of the mystery. And to be honest, I think I'm gonna try to reread this before the Booksplosion live show and see if I can pick up on any clues the second go around, because the ending of this one caught me off guard. Not saying that everyone will have that same experience, but for me, I was like, what? But I feel like I'm often the type that finds themselves dumbfounded by books like this, and I think that's because I don't consume a lot of like mystery thriller type stories, so I need to do that more so I can get better at figuring things out before the big ol' bomb drops at the end of the story. For me, it was like somebody coming up behind me and pulling out a rug from beneath my feet and me falling face first on the floor. Also, the ending of this book just had me so emotional. I was a bit of a wreck by the end of it. I think it's because of how fast I read it. I was just like hit with all these emotions and just kind of felt the weight of everything. It made me sad. I promise I'll have more coherent thoughts for you guys on this book in an upcoming recent reads video. Because right now I feel like I'm just like, yeah, there were feelings, a lot of them. I think I might be vlogging more this month as the reading rush is going to be happening this month. They're doing like a stay-at-home version of the reading rush. More information on that down below in the description. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna participate and do daily vlogs because what else do I have to do? I have nowhere I can go, so might as well participate. It's the perfect time to be a part of a readathon. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are planning on participating during the reading rush. Also, let me know down below in the comments what you read over the weekend, and let me know one positive thing that happened to you recently. Let's try and fill the comments with some positivity during this chaotic time. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright, that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye-o!